Hey everyone, Drew from Monkey's Tropicals Adventures here to do another fragrance review on
what smells good to me.
So what are we going to talk about? First and foremost, the fragrance I'm going to talk about was sent to me. However, I am going to give you an honest review. So the fragrance we're going to talk about today is Fructus Virginis. I hope I pronounced that correctly. This is supposed to be inspired by Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. This is by Alexandria Fragrances. So thank you, Hanny, for sending this to me. So let's get right to it. So when Lost Cherry first dropped by Tom Ford, I know
Everyone lost their shit.
and everyone wanted to get it. They wanted to get their nose on it. And then everyone started looking at the price. So, of course, in true fashion, if you're Alexandria Fragrances and you do an amazing job doing inspired creations, this would be a task that you would definitely look into. And Hanny, you nailed this one. This is a no contest between these two fragrances. So let's first talk about the notes that are in these fragrances. So in the Fructus, you've got black cherry, bitter almond, cherry liqueur, griot syrup, tonka bean, Peru balsam, which is a wood. We got cedar, sandalwood, Turkish, rose, vetiver, jasmine, and that's what we got. In Tom Ford, we've got black cherry, bitter almond, the griot syrup, rose absolute, rosebud, and tonka. What I smell, the difference that I smell in the Fructus is I get some leather, but we'll get into that in a minute. So I sprayed the Alexandria Fructus on my left, and I sprayed the Tom Ford on my right. Now I've smelled the Tom Ford in stores before, but I got myself a little decant from Nordstrom, and I really wanted to give this a true wearing. What does Tom Ford smell like? Right out the gate, it smells great. It's just a huge burst of syrupy cherry liqueur, and it smells great. And then it dies a horrible, horrible death within about 15 minutes, and we're now going on almost an hour, and it's completely gone. So, and it smells like, what does Tom Ford smell like?
Poison.
Smells like poison. The fragrance from, I think, what, like the 80s, I think it was? Late 80s. There you go. So, so what I get from the Fructus that I love, it's a, you get right out the gate, you get that nice cherry, syrupy, woody smell that you get from the Tom Ford, except for the Tom Ford dies. It's gone. It's gone off your skin, and it's nowhere to be found. Where this just keeps pumping. And I get hints of leather. Leather notes are not listed, but I do get hints of leather, which I do like, because with that sweetness of the cherry syrup, I like the leather that kind of, you know, adds a different element to it. And then the vanilla rounds out and kind of adds that creaminess with the wood notes. So this is classified as an anytime fragrance, any weather, any time of day. The Tom Ford is classified as garbage. I'm sorry. And I love Tom Ford. I wish I had his whole cadence of speaking, and I really enjoy a lot of his fragrances, but this is just some garbage. I'm sorry. For a 1.7 ounce, you're looking at $335. For 3.4 ounce, you're looking at $450. For it to literally die on your skin where it is not present whatsoever, it's shameful. It is absolutely shameful. And I'm not the only one. You can go read these reviews by people that are far better and more experienced in the world of fragrances than me. It's a shame. So, Hanny, what you've done is you've made something that is pretty damn close to the Tom Ford. Right out the gate, they smell amazing. It takes a little bit of a different turn, I think, but I really wouldn't know, because the Tom Ford is lost on your skin so quickly that to compare the two is very hard. So Tom Ford dies. Rest in peace, Tom Ford, Lost Cherry. And what you get is Fructus that just keeps going. I look at it as a fight, a full-on fight, where it's not even a fair fight. You got two people. You've got Fructus here, and you've got Tom Ford. And The Fructus is just landing body shot after body shot. The body drops. Fructus just goes in for the headshot. They go in for the clinch. Couple knees to the ribs. They take them down, ground and pound, roll them over, and choke them out. It's not even a fair fight. That's the way I look at these two fragrances. Is Fructus just beats the living shit out of Tom Ford. Sorry. That's just what I'm getting. And so for the win, for a sexy, sensual, warm fragrance, Fructus is going to be your new jam. I really like the combination of, because the cherry liqueur is sweet and the black cherry is sweet, you also have that bitter almond in there. Like I said, I get that leather note. So I think the leather notes, the creaminess of the vanilla, and the wood notes, they meld quite well, making a very nice balanced fragrance. Where would I see this? I don't know if I would say this is office safe, but I would say this is definitely after work. You know, you're going to happy hour, you're going on a date, a special occasion. This is definitely something you're gonna get noticed because the fragrance is definitely different. It's a very different type fragrance. So I really enjoy what Alexandria did here. They basically took what Tom Ford should have done with this fragrance and they built on it, and they've created a fragrance that lasts. So I tried this out on my skin and I got 6 to 8 hours easily. Definitely could still smell it later, not as strong, but you do get a nice scent bubble. It is kind of bold at first, but I think the smoothness of that tonka bean and the vanilla, obviously the sweetness, melded well with those woody notes, and what I detect as possible leather makes a great fragrance. So I think it is sexy, it's a sensual fragrance. I think it's easily a unisex fragrance. The thing about fragrance, it's subjective, so obviously your body chemistry is going to have a lot to do with it. It says anytime weather. I don't know if I would wear this at super high heat, but I do think that it is tame enough that it's not overpowering. I wouldn't say it's a beast fragrance. It is bold, but it's not beastly, so I think it would do quite well. So I hate to shit on Tom Ford here, but it is definitely a very sad battle between these two fragrances. So for the win, I do the Fructus by Alexandria Fragrances. Sorry, Tom Ford. This is about as close as I'm gonna get to getting it, is getting these decants from Nordstrom. So again, for a 60 ml of this, you're looking at $62.99. For a 30 ml, you're looking at $42.99. What I've said in my other Alexandria Fragrance videos is that you should sign up. Go to their website, sign up, so you get the notifications when there's a new fragrance dropping, or when they're doing one of their promos where they do like 25, I think sometimes they've even done 30% off. And it's quite often, so I would just look for those. The nice thing too is if you don't wanna buy the 30 ml, they do have trial packs where you get, I wanna say like 6 or 8. I'm not sure, I got it. I'll list it in my thing. You can get multiple little decants, and they're good size. It's, I think, more than 5 ml, or maybe it's a 5 ml. Anyways, you can try lots. There are a ton. And so I will list all the ones that I own and I've tried that I truly enjoy. And Alexandria, you're killing it. You're absolutely crushing it. Between your inspired creations and your original creations, you're truly making something great for everyone's budget, and you're making a fragrance that is true to what people are paying for, and it's just a great fragrance all the way around. You're getting longevity, projection, you're getting quality, and you're getting it on a budget, which is great for those that really enjoy fragrances. So I thank you for watching. This is going to be shown on IGTV and on my YouTube channel. So IG at Monkey's Tropicals Adventures, YouTube at Monkey Man. Please follow Alexandria Fragrances. Thank you, Hanny at Alexandria Fragrances. And I will see you again for another fragrance review or shave. Take care.